Last, we're going to go back to VO2 max and talk about how it plays into risk of mortality and some other things like that.
Yep.
I think this is where VO2 max really shines, right? And again, this is looking at a population level and what is the trend of fitness and what is the trend of health and what does high cardiorespiratory fitness, right, indicated by VO2 max, what does that tell us about our risk for mortality?
Well, so I think it's one of the best indicators that we have, obviously, so the research backs that up pretty well. But I love, so at the bottom of the page, there's this fitness level, and it's got categories of very low, low, fair, good, excellent, and superior, which those are kind of the standard from the research that was done. Those were the classifications that they used. And so this is a chart that's well validated, that's been used for years and years, that has certain cutoffs that put you based on your age, gender, gender, there's two different charts for male and female, and then there's age categories, and then there's fitness categories in that very low, low, et cetera. And so, like I said, well-validated information, but one of the things that they've done kind of since then is look at the risk stratification based on that. And so if you're in the good category, kind of in the middle, good category essentially means that there's no increased risk to your health because of where your fitness is, but there's also not really a protective effect.
Oh, we've talked about mortality risk, right? Having a high VO2 max is going to make me less likely, if I have a high VO2 max, I have a much lower risk of dying from any cause across my lifespan. But VO2 max is also important in health span, right? How long I live well, free of disability dependence, et cetera. And so what happens as we age is like it takes a little bit more for our bodies to recover. And so if we are on that razor's edge of I'm almost at a disability level, when we have a health event, right? Illness, injury, et cetera, then that can put us into the disability category, right? We don't have enough of a reserve that we can handle that event. And so this becomes really important in health span. If I have a really large capacity to pull from, then when I get ill, when I get injured, when whatever happens, and I have a dip in that bucket, I still have a large reserve to be able to handle it. I still have good fitness. And so I can get back, I get through that illness, I get through that injury, I get back to my regular exercise, my regular activity, and I can build that capacity bucket back up.